This here is a high quality lens, manual focus lens, high quality that I bought for a lot less, but sells for about $1,000. This is a lens that can go on a camera and make it super tiny that I bought for about $100. Why don't we switch places? Why don't I take my really awesome, incredible lens off and see what I get with something not that expensive that sits in my pocket most of the time getting dusty. That other lens is the Voigtlander Nocton 50mm F1.2, a spherical lens. This is the Viltrox 28mm F4.5. There's only one aperture, small little pancake lens. Look how small. It's like a lens cap on this thing. Let's go take some pics. It's the first actual cold fall day up here. Temperature is like 39 degrees right now, which is about like what, 4 in Celsius. So it's a little chilly out. It's very bright, as you can see by me squinting into this. The foliage hasn't fully turned yet. And we're getting this thing where, look at this tree, like it's, all the leaves fell off. So we had a lot of drought over the summer. So we're either getting some good foliage or we're getting situations where it's still green and not exactly that kind of fall picture you want to take. Now there's two things to consider. One is that I've been shooting 50mm a whole lot, and so to shoot 28 is like everything's so much wider than normal. And the other thing is that, like a lot of photographers, I do a lot with aperture control, meaning I make the background blurry or I make the background in focus. This, you get 4.5 and you like it. It's the only aperture you get. So I basically get one kind of shot. It's more like taking a snapshot, but that's fun. Like, it can be fun. The constriction makes it fun. I'm having a iced chai cider, so a chider. One mistake that's easy to make, a photographer like me does it all the time, so if I have this in my hand, I can't shoot a photo, can I? So I like it. It's fun to take this out this way because then you don't make your shooting snaps. Like, you can still work on composition. 28mm is great for practicing composition, but also I don't have to be as in the focusing side of things. I can really just focus on what's outside the lens. I like the variety. But it's funny because the way I use photography gear is that I like to stick with some specific setting for some amount of time. I have been doing with that Voigtlander 50mm lens for months and months, except for the rare occasion when I need to take it off to do something for a very specific use case. So I'm just saying that switching it up, trying that 28mm, I like it because it's a different experience than what I've been used to. I like it because I don't usually shoot autofocus as much anymore. And it means that if I do it this way, I can work on different compositions. I can work on different aspects of photography in general for myself. And just in the scheme of things, I like that it lets me work on a variety of different subject matter. I can do different subjects than normal. Pictures I took for this video are just for the heck of it, but I'll take some more off screen and show you those too.
So looking at these, the 28mm focal length is a little difficult for me. Like everything just seems so far away. Like look at those people. I swear I'm like standing right in front of them. And when I use my 50mm lens, which is like what my eye normally sees, I'm practically standing next to these people talking to them. I look through this thing and it looks like I'm in another town taking a photo. So I think with this, one of the things that you start to learn is that you've got to kind of layer shots. You've got to really understand the entire environment. And because I don't do it that often, it just didn't quite click. But if you look at these photos, they're kind of the same focal range as your iPhone. I talk about that a little later in this video. And I think that what's interesting about that is that we've become somewhat trained to this focal length, but because I shoot 50 all the time, I'm not as trained to it. So I found it an interesting experience that way. And I also did find myself treating this a lot more like a snapshot camera. Like I was just sort of taking snaps to look for some people and stuff like that. And I still try to practice composition, but because it's a bit of a foreign method for me, it's not immediately clicking in. So I found that interesting. And I hope that as you're looking through this and you're seeing these, you can see that, you know, it just doesn't look like some of the photos I've shared before. But, you know, you might be thinking, oh, come on, I shoot 28 all the time, or I shoot even wider. Chris, how come you can't shoot wider? So that's it. Well, I'm coming up on what is actually my absolute favorite photo of this entire day's shoot. And I saw this guy, I clocked him from so far away. And all I said was, oh my gosh, I must have a photo of your everything. And he was kind enough to do that. And he and his dog Olive posed for me. And what a dapper gentleman. So that was it. But I just wanted to show you some photos, and let's get back to the rest of the video.
So to the plus, this 28mm lens turns this into just a snap machine. I just push this button, I get what I get, and that's it. And to the plus, that's fun, you know? Like you just go and you shoot and you have a fun time and you don't think as hard about it, except that composing at 28mm is different than composing at 50, which is my more common thing. However, if you use an iPhone camera, that by nature is in the 20s. It's like a 28mm like on the one, so you'll probably be fine. But my point being, it's fun for what it is. Now that we've done the review, hello man. Now that we've finished the review though, I will say to you what you know I'm going to say. Chris at chrisbrogan.com. Send me an email. I did get one. I think it was Andrew. Andrew wrote me. Thank you, Andrew. But that was it. One email from Andrew. I think you could also write me an email. And also, between now and next time, be good to yourself.